bin's wieder, Käse, Neuhaar. Hier mit meinem Let's Play von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies und wir sind immer noch im Kreuzverhör von Detective Fulbright und wir haben eine neue Aussage rausbringen können, von wegen, dass Bürgermeister Tenma, den Alderman getötet hat, nachdem er die ganzen Federn verteilt hat. Und da können wir schon mal, ausschließen, dass das schon wieder sehr fehlerhaft ist. Weil wenn man sich hier das Tatortfoto mal anguckt, er kann die Spuren nicht vor dem Mord gesetzt haben. Objection. Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair. What's this? You dare question my justice again? Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo. This is the crime scene photo, and just what does it prove? It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. But I already told you they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out by killing his victim. But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene. Und das ist, wenn man sich hier diesen Bereich hier, gesamten Bereich hier anguckt. Ich klicke mal hier eine einzelne Feder mal an. Ich glaube, das wird reichen. Und wenn nicht, dann ist das Spiel verdammt pingelig. Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? Yes, see how the feathers are on top of the blood and the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could only resulted after the murder. Then the mayor must planted the evidence after killing the alderman. But you said it yourself. The mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would be no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene. Ah! There must be some mistake! Ah! Gegeben! Sie macht Spaß. Ruhe! Ruhe! Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Ha 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 ha! Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness testimony for you. You do? But how? Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked? Oh. So finde ich den ja aber auch ein bisschen knuffig. He's taking this really hard. Mr. Justice! What is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have? I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the halfway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Tenma Taro. He's the source of those feathers and tracks. Apollo, das hast du jetzt nicht echt gesagt, oder? Bitte korrigiere dich, dass das ein Typenkostüm war. Sie war der Spast. Will somebody please say something? The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare to mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name, boy. Your boldness. It appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion. Apollo, think of something quick before you're hurled in contempt of court. What do you think I'm trying trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please hear me out.
Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears. But you had better explain yourself as well. What was this yokai you were talking about?
It's all in the statement here. Jinxie Temma asserts that she saw Temmataro after she discovered the crime scene and called the police. She came around the corner in the hall. It was around here. Then she saw Temmataro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise.
What? How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before?
The defense just proved there was someone else. The saying is the mayor is the killer. It was all set up. The prosecutor is a convicted felon after all. Sieh mal, du Spast! Apollo, the momentum was shifted in our favor. Good. Now let's keep it that way.
Objection.
So viel dazu. Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? I didn't know I had one to break.
Ich denke gerade an ein ganz anderes Schwert. Oh Gott, mein Stadt ist verdorben!
Are you implying there's a problem with my claim? Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle.
Now that you mention it.
Both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time, but they have stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination?
Why didn't those two see the Temmataro impersonators pass by?
Why don't we ask them ourselves?
I was just about to say that myself.
No, really, I was! The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something.
I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackwell. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby.
I knew that Tanuki was a rare find, but when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait, I don't want to know.
Very well then! Beefy! Please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand! Will the witness state his name and occupation, please?
The name's Filch, Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like.
Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes! And, Your Honor, would you just find Mr. Filch?
It's those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Don't tell me Filch stole them again.
Ach nö.
They're all yours, your honorship, sir.
What? Well, they seem awfully expensive.
Yep, too expensive for me. but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your ownership.
It's a quiet gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts.
Oh, ethics. Just take them if you want them. Polish them up real nice for ya, too.
I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Fitch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Timothy in the foyer after the murder.
Okay, dann lass mal hören, was du zu sagen hast. Wie Blackwell richtig gesagt hat, Mr. Tanuki. At the time of the murder, I was guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Kyobis asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. But I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary. No, siree. That Yuka you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams. So you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Temataro? Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And Temataro? Bah, you don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do ya? I certainly don't. My bracelet. It's... Something the matter, Apollo? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? So you think Mr. Tanuki, Filch, has been lying to us? Ja, an dieser Stelle würden dann hier schön das Fokussieren kommen. Aber wir kriegen jetzt einen Grund, warum das Fokussieren auf die Investigation Part gesetzt wurde und aus den Gerichtsverhandlungen gestrichen wurde. Es gibt nämlich einen Grund. I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in one tell, some sort of nervous habit. Ah! What in the... Wo kommt der Vogel her? What's a hawk doing here? Vor allem auch noch mit so einem schönen Halsband. Och, ist der süß. Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. Oh, ist das nicht süß, wie er den Vogel streichelt? Ich finde das so niedlich. Fangirl, guess him. Ist das niedlich? He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you. You know, in jail. Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom Bussard. This isn't some sort of trick or... Ah! I won't be able to spot squat like this! Und das ist der Grund, warum das Fokussieren nicht mehr im Gerichtssaal möglich ist. What the heck's going around here? Run off for the hills!
No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom!
Ja. Gut gemacht, Taka. Einfach mal auf dem Kopf des Richters sitzen.
Somebody help!
Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when truly famished.
In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed!
Ach komm schon, Taka tut nichts. Ich mag den kleinen Vogel. Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine, I think. If there was someone dressed as Temataro there, Filch should have seen him. We'll just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now.
Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination. Und Tucker hockte einfach immer noch auf dem Kopf des Richters. Gott, der Vogel.
Ich mag diesen Vogel. Also gut. Kreuzverhör. Guarding the foyer. So, jetzt wollen wir aber zu einem richtigen Aussagen. So, er hat also die ganze Zeit von seinem Büro aus alles beobachtet. Dings. Wo war das denn hier jetzt? Gucken wir uns das mal an. Nach 3 Uhr. Kann aber nicht sein, weil er um 3 Uhr dieses Wrestling-Match geguckt hat im Fernsehen.
Objection.
Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, I ain't right to bushwhack a fella like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you'd never miss. Ah! I didn't watch that one. No, siree. I was doing my job just like I was supposed to do. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes! Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster." Ah! So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo-leg lawyer talk. I'm one of the professional types too. I can do double duty watching TV at the foyer at the same time. The only thing Filch can claim to be a professional of is professional thief.
Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe the witness was slacking off?
That's correct. He claims to have been watched TV and the foyer at the same time. But that's nothing but a bald-faced lie.
Bald, you say? And I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice? And in that case, let's see what evidence you can offer. You claim Mr. Filch is lying about watching TV at the foyer simultaneously. No? Prove it!
Okay, soll es proven? Dann mache ich es. Do it! Just do it! Dann mache ich das in Form dieses Diagramms. Ich meine, wie kann man das bitte schön beobachtet haben? Ich meine, die Winkel stimmen nicht! Please take a look at the direction the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes where his right ear should be, I think it would be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time.
Well, yes! Someone watching TV there could possibly see the entrance!
Exactly. And that means, Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and were not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! The bag's out of the cat. I mean, out of the way, you're round. Sieh mal, du sparst!
Ruhe, Ruhe, Ruhe! But Mr. Justice, is Mr. Filch less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case?
It's very relevant because while we were slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Tamataro impersonator in the foyer.
Objection!
What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. Ich fand das in by the way lustig. Mitten beim Objection und Apollo nur so, oh was denn jetzt, du Spast? What are you talking about? I'm not a mind reader. Ah! Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? Yes, they were. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would hurt anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So, you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears were working full time, so who's the liar now, you know, good sister? A lying div calling me a sister. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to ya, Mr. Blackwell, sir. You're reading us something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing, and them bags under their eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this code again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Yipes! Please don't hate me, Mr. Taka, sir! No.
The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful bird attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly.
Noch mal eine Zeugenaussage. BZW eine Pause für meine Stimme. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen. Das war's von meinerseits. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. See ya, guys. Puh.